a little project that you can do either during or for the holiday. It makes a nice gift, and we're gonna jingle all the way. Right, honey?
Mm-hmm.
We're jingling all the way.
Yep.
Okay, so I made a couple of mason jar decor projects that you could use as just about anything. You can put, let's see.
Anything
you can
that
make
fits.
it a pencil holder.
Anything that fits in a mason jar.
Put your brushes in it.
Yep.
Lots of different things. Or for the holiday,
Pickled eggs.
you could put candy in it. Not
Yeah.
pickled eggs, honey. For the holidays, you could put.
I actually saw them in a store the other day.
Let's not talk about pickled eggs. You could put candy in it and give it as a gift. There's lots of different things. So we're going to show you tonight how easy it is to make one of these. So we've painted these in Fusion Mineral Paint. I have two of the new colors. This is Cobblestone and this is Paisley. These two are just beautiful new colors. I'm really liking both of them. So I have a jar here, and these were brand new. I just bought these. If they were not brand new, if they were like laying around my house or I found them in a tag sale, I would have cleaned them really well with soap and water, and then I would have cleaned them above and beyond that with a little bit of alcohol on a rag or piece of cotton, just because you want to make sure you get everything off of that. Because these are brand new and they were perfectly clean, I didn't do anything. And I'm going to take a little bit of my paint, and I'm actually going to use the Cobblestone. So I'm going to take my jar, and super easy to paint it with it putting, you know, your hand inside. I like to use the foam brushes when I paint these jars. And again, we're using Fusion Mineral Paint in Cobblestone, one of the new colors. And I'm going to start right here at the mouth of the jar, and I'm going to just do a coat around the mouth of the jar. Very light. I'm not expecting to cover the whole thing in one coat. I am planning to do a second coat. So now that I've done that, I'm just going to start from the top and go down.
And don't paint the threads because you want the top to be able to screw back on.
Oh, I do paint the threads.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I noticed you weren't doing it there.
I just started.
So forget what I said.
I just started.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I was thinking it made sense.
Now the nice thing about the foam brush is when you have a jar that has some raised details, the foam brush gets in there really nicely. So you get all that. And like I said, you want to do a nice light coat. You're not looking to cover the whole thing in with one coat. Okay, so that's painted. I have my one coat. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, so I painted this one earlier. This is also Cobblestone, and I did one coat. I did two coats on this one of Cobblestone. So here you see the difference. Here's one coat, and here's two coats. Okay? And this one is Paisley. So I'm going to do a second coat, but I want you to see how nicely Paisley covers. And I don't know if this is showing up on camera, but in person, it's got a little bit of a gray to it. Wouldn't you say that, honey? It's like a nice light to medium blue. and it just has the teeniest tinge of gray.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to put a coat of this on, and I only need a light coat. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside, and now I'm going to work on the cobblestone painted jar that I painted earlier this afternoon. This has 2 coats on it, and it's really plenty of paint. Okay, so here comes the fun part. All right, so I have got a redesign with Prima transfer. I actually have a couple of them. We did a workshop, we did a pop-up workshop last week. We did, what was it? We did a pop-up holiday theme mason jar workshop, and that's where I did these. So we have these great transfers from Redesign with Prima, and they came out with these, I believe, last year. And the cool thing about these is they come in 3 sheets. This one is called Classic Christmas, and I have actually sold out of these. So these are great, and I love these because you can use them on furniture, but for smaller projects like this, or a footstool, or a little bench or something, they're really a nice size. They're not a big investment. They're just $13. And you get 3 6x12 sheets. So I have actually compiled some scraps from a few different holiday and winter transfers, and that's what I'm going to use. Okay, so if you have ever seen us use Redesign with Prima transfers, which we've done quite a lot. Could you see if there's a scissor over there by that fabric? I think there might be. Thanks. You know that, oh, thanks. You know that I'm always telling you that the transfer is going to come on a clear sheet backed by a white sheet. You do not want to take these apart. Oh boy. All right, I'm going to cut these. I'm going to cut these. And while you have the 2 sheets together like this, you can cut them, you can do anything. And what I want to do is, while they're still together, I want to see if that's going to fit. I'm not really sure. So I think that I'm not going to use this one.
Yeah, working with round stuff big is not the easiest.
But I am going to use this one.
Okay.
And that's really apropos because it says Jingle Bells, and we're jingling all the way tonight. Aren't we, honey?
Oh, if you say so.
We are. So now that I know where I'm going to put this, because I kind of looked at it. Now, I just want to point something else out with these mason jars. You know how it has all the raised lettering and the measurements and the designs? This transfer is going to go right over all of that. You don't need to worry about that. Which is good because the lettering is everywhere. Okay. So I'm just going to place it on here and smooth it down. And I have my transfer stick. These little kits, I'll call it a kit, come with a transfer stick if you don't already have one. So I'm just going to start.
But anything with kind of a rounded wood,
even a
wooden
spoon, I think.
Well,
would work.
you could even use the back of a paintbrush. You know,
Yeah.
the rounded end of a paintbrush would work. You know, you just don't want to use anything sharp.
Yeah. we go. So I have a couple of air bubbles and I'm just going to smooth them out with my finger. Okay, so I'm going to find something else to put on this side. Let's see what I have. I always keep my transfer scraps. So here I have like a little label. It might be too big. I think I'll just make it. So I'm going to pull this apart. And put this on. Now I'm doing it straight, but wouldn't it be fun to, maybe I'll do it like a little askew. What do you think, babe? Straight across or askew?
Askew.
Askew. I just love that word. There we go. It also gives me more room if I want to add something else. So I'm smoothing it down. Get my transfer stick. And now I'm going to just use my finger and so she actually used the white sheet to kind of burnish it a little bit and make sure that it's on there nice. So you can certainly do that. And there we go. So lastly, I think I'll just put that little sprig that I have. I'm going to put it right there. And that'll be my last embellishment on here. Doesn't that look great? It's so cute. Isn't that adorable? It's so cute. So what I would do with this at this point is I would seal it. And I'm going to show you how to do that, but before I do that, I want to show you how to finish it. The reason I'm jumping ahead is because once I seal it, it's going to be a little wet and I'm not going to be able to show you how to finish it. So I'm going to show you real quick a couple of ways how to finish it. So you can take a piece of fabric. This is actually fleece, and I probably wouldn't use fleece, but I just thought it matched this so well that I wanted to use it. So what I'm going to do is take my lid and I'm going to put this little inside part on first. Then I'm going to take my fabric, which is probably, what would you say, 4 inches by 4 inches?
Yeah, close, 4 or 5.
I'm going to put that on there, and I'm going to take the top come on guys, isn't that cute? This is so adorable. I love it. So cute. Isn't it cute? It's so cute. The other thing that you could do, and you could do it right over this, or you can do it in lieu of the lid, is...
Well, if you wanted to put something inside, you could basically mark and cut the cloth that's in the center away. And then you could take the metal top off. You could still have the screw. You can still have the screw ring on the edge holding the cloth down, but you have a hole in the center. You could really.
So you could take a little bit of twine. Perfect. So I could take the string like this and just tie it. That's pretty cute. Isn't that cute? Or I could take some baker's string, and I have it in black and white, and I have it in red and white, and I could tie that on instead. That would be adorable. So I just think this is a really cute gift. It's a cute centerpiece. It's adorable, and you can reuse it every year. So, oh, one last thing. Where are those lights?
There you go. It kind of comes out of the top. It looks pretty neat. Yeah, the 2 coats of paint, it's not going to work.
Yeah, we'll turn that off. See, let me turn it. You want me to turn
No,
it off?
no, I got it.
No, not that.
Yeah,
that.
I got it.
So I put a little. No, you still can't. So I put a little.
You can see through the bottom.
You can see it through the bottom. I put a little.
Yeah.
So if you want to do a little candle or something in there, I think I would just do 1 light coat of paint. That's what one of our customers did last week.
What you've got before you put the transfer on, distress it to open up different pieces of it, so that you have some openings in the paint.
Exactly. So that's another fun option. So what we're going to do now is we're going to seal this. So I have somewhere, I brought home some General Finishes High Performance Top Coat. Now actually this is flat out flat, which is also durable. Not as durable as the High Performance, but quite honestly, you don't need...
Yeah, the jars is easy.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a water-based top coat. So what I do not want to do with a water-based top coat is to shake it. The reason being that I could end up with bubbles, which once you get bubbles, it's, you know, it's a pain in the neck.
Bubbles.
Sorry?
Bubbles.
What you end up with bubbles is you get them on whatever surface you're painting the top coat on. If you forget and you shake it, just put it down and leave it for half an hour and then come back to it. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but you want to wait. I have one, thanks. So since I can't shake this, I'm going to stir it. I had this in my car for a couple of hours.
It's cold. Chilly. It looks a little thick.
It's a little thick, and I think it's because I had it in my car. We're in the Northeast. We're in the Hudson Valley, and
the basement's not warm either.
Sorry, hon?
I said the basement's not warm.
No, but it's probably about 30 outside right now. So, all right, I think that's mixed up enough. So I'm going to take another sponge brush, and I'm just going to put 1 light coat over the whole thing. So I'm just going to very lightly brush this on. So that's it. I put 1 coat on. I think that's going to be plenty because this is not going to be washed. It's not going to be like a high traffic thing. It's going to be a little gift, or it's going to be
it's glass.
A centerpiece. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I did with it. Just to recap, I painted this in 2 coats of Fusion Mineral Paint in cobblestone. I used one of the Redesign with Prima Christmas transfers, the smaller size transfers. The one that I used here, I actually used 2 different ones. Actually, I think this one is called Christmas Tags. We're sold out of it, but I know that there are other Redesign with Prima retailers that I'm imagining have 1 or 2 left. Although I guess everybody's probably very low on it. And then after I applied the transfer, I used 1 coat of General Finishes Flat Out Flat, which is a great top coat. It's water-based. And I'm just going to put this back in here. Super easy. And that's it. I have a great gift. I just would need to let that dry overnight or maybe for an hour or so.
Fill it with nuts. Fill it with,
Oh, that's a
you
great
know,
idea.
yeah, fill it with nuts. That's
Jelly
a great
beans.
thing. Yeah.
You know, we all know somebody who loves like a certain candy that you always see them with. So wouldn't that be a nice thing to do?
If you've got some of that leftover Halloween candy that you're trying to give away, this is a perfect thing to put it in.
There you go.
Because we know candy doesn't have an expiration date on it.
Honey, honey, according to you, nothing has an expiration
No,
date.
no.
Kevin,
Well, it does. It does. If it can hum a few bars along with you, then it's no good.
Yeah, yeah. So that's it, guys. I'm putting my transfers back in my little plastic thing, and I have a little collection that I keep because I reuse this stuff all the time. Do not ever get rid of your transfer scraps because this is a perfect example of what you can do with them. And we will see you soon. Thank you so much, everybody. Take care.